sorry.
That's so stupid. I'm gonna leave that in there actually.
You see Goodfellas?
Be like Robert De Niro, this guy.
Yeah.
This guy wants to be like Robert fucking De Niro.
My nigga. We do a reboot on Goodfellas.
Yeah, we do a reboot of Goodfellas in the Bronx.
In the Bronx, right?
We become the Bronx
Hood
Tale.
Godfellas. This shit.
Alright, so welcome everyone. This is Everyday's Halloween podcast. Gang shit. I'm Sasak. I will be the host today for Everyday's Halloween podcast. We are a artist platform digitally, and we also organize live shows around New York City.
That's right, some of the most fucking littest motherfucking shows, bitch.
Yeah.
Make sure you motherfuckers pop out, no ifs, ands, or buts. We out here doing new shit, creating new genres. This is a new wave, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk more about that shit because we got a lot of shit going on. We just had an awesome ass fucking show at Bronx Native. It was really fucking lit. Really lit. So we have here. I'm gonna interview Kreature, because I know this guy for a long ass time, and I feel like people really need to know about him, what he's about, what he's all about.
Different.
And what he's bringing to the culture. That's real shit.
Very facts.
So yeah, I know Kreature for a long ass fucking time. Like since he was 15 years old.
Fucking babies. I had my fucking poofy ass, curly ass Jew from.
Yeah, bro.
And don't Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
We out here.
Gang.
Except Frogan
Yeah, man. So like I already know so much about you that I could probably just do the interview for you.
Yeah. I know.
Nah, but like, so I have here some questions for you, and we're gonna start, from the beginning.
Let's do it.
We're gonna take it way back.
Chapter 1.
For the folks out there, chapter 1. So we're gonna start with, where did you start and how did you get started?
Chapter 1.
So chapter 1.
Chapter book, baby creature. Baby demon. Alright, so I was always into fucking music, but like when I first started getting really getting into music hardcore, like I started getting into like metal shit, like the generic shit, like Slipknot. Even though I love Slipknot, you feel me? Like I love Slipknot, System of a Down and all shit, like shit of that category, you feel me?
Right.
And I remember the first time I heard Suicide Silence, goddamn, bro, the first time I heard them screams, it was like no going back, bro. Like I was just into core shit, like deathcore, hardcore, metalcore, grindcore, shit of that nature. And then eventually when I was like 15, 16, I started a band with a couple of, friends and shit like that. We were young kids, just fucking, we wanted to have fun, we wanted to play metal music, and we just wanted to live life, It was very innocent.
So wait, what age was this?
I was about
hardcore music.
Hardcore music?
Yeah.
I was about 15. Or actually 14. I was in 9th grade. I was in 9th, 8th grade when I started getting into that shit. And when I was 15, we started a band.
Wait, what is the name? Yeah,
called God's Endless Destruction. And those are my dudes, man. I'm still very good friends with my bro, the guitarist Icky, who's also in another band right now called Wiser Bud. Check them niggas out.
Shout out to Icky.
Shout out Wiser Bud. In Cali. So me, my boy Ralphie, we used to go to high school together. So we was like that, and we started it off. We started with our first guitarist, his name was Alex, that's my nigga, always my nigga, shout out Alex. We had him as our guitarist, and then we had his cousin as drummer. And his cousin was from fucking Georgia. So he would teach me how to say like curses, like I know how to say titties in Georgian. Zuzu Webi, my nigga.
Oh, like the country, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia, like in Europe though.
Wait, that's titties in Georgia?
Yeah, Zuzu Webi, nigga.
Zuzu Webi, oh.
So yeah, we started that. We was really young. We wasn't really playing shows at that age. We played like one show and then like it kind of, we didn't really do it again. And like a year later, that's when we got really serious about it. When I was about like 17 years old, that's when we really started playing shows and entering the hardcore scene. And at that point, we had got a new guitar, 2 new guitars. Again, his name was Alex. And then that's when we found Icky. Icky's a good ass fucking guitarist. And then my boy Stefan was on drums and Ralphie played bass and I was the vocalist. That's how I first got started in music, period. Now, I wanted to create something different. I wanted to do something, I wanted to incorporate everything that I've loved in life into one thing.
Okay.
So, I wanted to incorporate screams. I wanted to incorporate goth, eerie vibes. I wanted to incorporate a very cinematic look in the videos. So, it's hard to put it in a box, but I guess if you wanted to call it something, I guess, you know, I'm trying to create a new genre, goth trap, you feel me? And that's something completely different. I'm one of the only ones in the Bronx doing it.
Right.
You feel me? And this is music for the future. Definitely music for the future, you know? And, you know, just check my shit out. It's just very different. It got screams in it, and it's trap music with screams and rapping in it. So it's something completely different. It's just a new genre, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing now. I'm playing shows all across, you know, New York and shit like that. And I'm just going hard, like every weekend, just playing shows, you know? And once this shit came, once this era in rap came, that it was just like, holy shit, I see the punk and the metal shit fusing again with the rap and the trap shit. I could definitely do this. Like, I
have another question. So at what point were you like what made you make that transition from
to rap?
To rap, like what did you see in rap?
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've always loved rap. I've always loved rap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not heavily influenced by rap, but I've always loved rap. You're like, I'm pointing to this big ass microphone. This shit is like a weapon. It's like a nightclub.
You gotta put it in your mouth.
NYPD, like KKK, like. So. Anyway, so.
No,
but yeah, so.
The whole thing back then.
Right.
No, you
I always loved rap music and shit like that, and then I decided I wanted to just start trying to rap, and I started trying to rap, and yeah, in the beginning, you know, it was kind of shaky, but you know, you get better and shit like that. It's not that hard as long as you just practice. You just have to practice. That's all it is.
Wait, so you wanted to like rap and
I wanted to rap. I wanted to create a new genre.
Okay.
I wanted to put scream. I wanted to rap, but I also wanted to put screams, and I wanted to do shit like that. I already knew how to scream rap.
Right.
I just needed to learn different cadences of rap and how to rap better. You know, different flows and shit. That was all. It was really most of it, you know. So I told myself how to do that, and then with that, you know, everything is a feeling. You're just catching a vibe. So throwing the screams on it and screaming in songs is just easy. It's way easy for me. You know, rapping wasn't extremely hard to pick up. It was just practice that took it, you know?
Right.
And I wanted to incorporate all of me into one genre. That's why I had to create goth trap. You know, it wasn't even a sense of, I wanted to create something different, but it wasn't even a sense of, I'm trying to do something so, you know, it was already naturally me throughout my whole life.
Right.
You know, I come from the hardcore scene. Exactly.
Nice.
Like, it was normally like, I would go in the booth and I'm like, damn, I want to put screams on this. I want to rap. I want to do, you know, different shit. I want to do, you know,
make sure the
goth monotone voices and shit like that. You know, I wanted to do different shit. You know, and that doesn't fall into a whole bunch of categories now, does it? So it's just like, I just had to create something different, and that's just me, you know. So that's what led me to this, you know. And I love the energy, always high energy, always, you know, everybody gotta be fucking moshing, jumping around. I'll be wildin', nigga. Be swinging from lights, all that crazy shit, bro. Seriously, just high energy, let loose. Don't worry about, I'm too cool for school and I wanna be looking cool with my jewelry and all this bullshit.
Yeah, that's the interesting part, because like you came from like the hardcore scene where you had like a lot of people moshing, hitting each other, And then your shows are like that now, but not really in the sense that like no one's really getting hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
because it's like
because
you have to deal with different kinds of audience
and
right?
a different type of mosh pit.
And different type of mosh pit, yeah.
You see, there's a difference when in hardcore dancing, there's people slam dancing. In rap shows, there's mosh pits. Mosh pits are not the same as hardcore dancing. You feel me? So, even in a rap show, if somebody was to hardcore dance, there'll be people getting hurt. If there was people that would start kicking and punching and cartwheeling,
hey, that's kind of
like what happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday.
Because as soon as our cartwheel, boom, hit somebody in the face, you feel me? Niggas was not expecting that shit. And that was only one breakdown. You feel me? So it's like, imagine a whole show.
It was barely a breakdown.
I just got dumb hype on it. You just see me, then you see my eyes, I'm like, yo. I was like, yes. Yo. But yeah, bro, so it's like, it's different type of mosh pits. That's mostly what it is. But nevertheless, the energy is always the
right,
same.
You still bring the same energy.
Yeah, the energy is always the same. You know, you have to bring high energy. Always. In that scene, in the metal scene, like everybody that is playing brings high energy. So I was already used to doing that, you know? So it kind of, you know, not on some tweeting my own horn or some Kanye shit, you feel me? But like,
right.
I was already, it was natural type shit.
Right, because you're already, like, how much of you being in a band and like doing shows, how much of that like influenced how you perform shows?
You know, that's why I fell in love with trap music. Because trap music, I feel like, is the heaviest type of hip hop. Or the heaviest subcategory within rap. You know, you got the 808s, you got them heavy beats, you know, that's just like, they sound like breakdowns. Yeah, exactly, like boom, like, you know, like they sound like breakdowns. And now you got people putting the distortion on it, like even my music, I put distortion, you know, on the bass and shit like that. And that shit sounds, you know, like fucking even more like breakdowns or even more like something, you know, out of an amp and shit like that. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I was like, bro, I could totally do this shit, and I already like it. So it's like,
right,
you know.
And like, I think part of it is because like you doing it solo, you know, in the band. Like,
yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah, bro. Like, hell yeah. First of all,
organize.
You know what's really hard with like being in a group of people with a band, bro? A lot of times, it's not even the fact that y'all not gonna be on the same page all the time. It's trying to deal with are these people as determined as me to get this? Are these people do they want it?
Right.
Do they want it? Are they willing to really go ham so we could be playing? You know, you get what I'm trying to say? And that's why it was really hard to work in a group with me or work in a band, you know? Because a lot of people don't have the same type of mindset. And that's, yeah.
They don't have the same, like, determination as you have.
And even as a little kid, you know, I wanted to keep playing music, you feel me? Even when I fell into whatever type of state I was, I still wanted to keep playing music, but you know, not everybody wants to keep doing it, you know? Like,
it's not as consistent.
Yeah, it's not as consistent and shit, you know?
No, that's not real. So, like, what was it like being in the Bronx and being, like, into hardcore music, and also now being like a, you know...
I love that you asked that one. I really love that.
Yeah.
Alright, well... Now this shit is a trend, bitch. Nah, but like...
So from before growing up and then now...
Alright, I always been a fucking metal goth kid, for whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know? I was painting my nails in fucking middle school. I was made fun of. I was viewed as the black sheep, you know, and mashing in fucking school and the family, shit like that. But it was weird because I was like that and shit like that, and I would, you know, dress like that. I would have metal t-shirts, but like I'll be cool like with the hood niggas, or like, you know, I'll be cool with these dudes over here. You know, it was almost like being a divergent in a way.
Wait, could you make close?
Yeah, I keep forgetting. You feel me? Like, it was almost like being a divergent in a way, like.
Rhythm of life.
But I was always like this, you know. I was always like a fucking goth kid, bro, in the South Bronx, and let alone like going outside wearing fucking lipstick, black lipstick, and fucking eyeliner in the South Bronx. That shit, you know, niggas, you always gonna get them looks. But you feel me? That's why, like, It's like a video game, bro.
Have you got into some fights?
It's like hell yeah. A lot of times, you know, it's like a video game, bro. It's like, you know, there's characters and there's non-playable characters that just be walking around and nap. You feel me?
That's a good.
You get what I'm trying to say? So it's just
Yo,
like that.
That's a good example.
You get what I'm trying to say, bro? It's that us.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, why try to be like everybody or whatever, you know? And even if it's naturally me, you know, just always naturally be yourself. Don't ever be scared to be yourself. And that's what I represent. Whatever you want to be, you know? Like, yeah, whatever you want to be, bro, just be it. Don't try to fucking be anything else. That's it, man. And that's why I'm like that, and I don't give a fuck. And I walk around the South Bronx with my hair held high, with lipstick, with face paint on, with all of that, you know? Yeah, I've gotten into fights with it, about it, yeah, but then, you know, their girls is looking, but it's the niggas that's hating, you feel me? Then their girls be at the crib painting my nails in the morning, you feel me? So it's like, that's, bro, just stop, just be yourself, just focus on yourself and get to your own fucking bag and follow your shit, follow your dreams, bro. That's it, don't fucking worry about me, bro.
No, I can honestly say that you are someone like that embraces, you know, people who are different, who are not necessarily the norm. So, what, damn, what the fuck I was gonna ask? That was just such a good
Nacho
ass.
Libre song? Yeah.
So, what?
Jay.
Alright, what's a day like for Kreature?
A day. Alright, it depends on what I'm doing. Alright, so to be honest, I like watching fucking reality TV. It's funny as fuck. That shit be having me dying, nigga. And I like smoking a lot. To be honest, I don't really like going out in the sun. I don't like the fucking sun. That shit is annoying as fuck. I don't really be going out a lot during the daytime. I go out mostly during the nighttime. Not to sound like on some weird, like, you get what I'm trying to say, but it's just, I just,
hours though.
Niggas stupid, nocturnal creatures and shit. But yeah, like, I don't really, I sleep till like, you know, midday anyway. So it's like, you feel me? I wake up and, you know, by the time I'm ready to go out, it's nighttime. You know, I'll probably go record some shit. Or do whatever, you know, just smoke a blow or chill with my homies and shit like that. If I'm playing a show, I'll go and I'll play the show. If I'm doing a video, you know. And usually during the week, I'll have interviews set up or photo shoots or video shoot. And every single weekend, I'm having a show.
Right.
So it's like, you know, wherever the wind fucking takes me, you know.
Nothing really like scheduled, you have a scheduled day, right?
I wouldn't say that, but it's more like, yeah, I guess. I try not to. Yeah, I try not to. You feel me? Like, people just will hit me up for stuff and I'll just, you know, go with it type shit, you know?
Yeah.
If it's of my importance type shit or like, you know, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially if it correlates with my music, because with music I've been hella fucking busy, so I've been doing a lot of shit every fucking week, you know?
Yeah. So what kind of artists are you into right now?
Any genre, right? Please?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, well, I'm heavily influenced by goth music. I'm not fucking talking about no fucking. I'm goth. I listen to fucking Green Day, you know, or like I fucking like All Time Low and fucking Paramore.
When
September ends. You feel like, nigga, I like shit like Bauhaus and, you know, Prayers. Prayers is one of my recent favorite bands. You know, they started the Cholo goth movement out in Cali.
Shout out to Prayers.
Where it's like he's a fucking like a gang member, bro, Cholo. And he's been a goth kid his whole life, and he's had to grow up in the same fucking in the hood like that, you know, like what we had to do, like similar to what we have. That's why it's so relatable. That's why I love them so much. You know, I fucking fell in love with the band, bro.
Right.
To be completely honest, bro.
Really are.
Yeah. You know, heavily influenced by a lot of goth music, and Pet Shop Boys too. But I like a lot of fucking metal, like melodic hardcore, and Heart and Hand. I don't know if you heard about that band. That band is really good. Yeah, I love rap-wise, my favorite rapper is A$AP Rocky. I'm not gonna lie, but it's more of like his personality. I love his music. Don't get me wrong, but I can't make anybody my favorite type of anything with just that.
Right. So
I need to know your personality. I need to know how your mind works, you know. And I've spent hours watching his lectures, watching his shit. You know, he's just a magnificent mind, you know. And to pay homage to him, bro, like he started, like when he first came out, he was like had an OD goth eerie vibe to his shit. You know, he had fucking bitches on diamond chokers, bro.
Right.
I remember that video. What's up? You know, he was putting fucking pentagrams on the floor and shit like that. He was one of the first ones. You know, I'm not one of them fucking niggas that don't like to pay homage. I actually do that shit, even though I'm doing something that none of these niggas is doing. I still, you know, because I fuck with them and shit like that. But I love a lot of like goth music mostly, like and trap music. You feel me? Trap music. Who can I say that I'm into the most? I love Peep and I love Chapo. WAP, Lil WAP is I fuck with Lil WAP. That nigga is hard. That nigga's hard.
Yeah, man, he's fucking
and Perk, you know the obvious ones I fucks with and shit like that. But I don't really get influenced music wise by trap music, even though I do it and I love it. Yeah. But I try to get influenced by other shit. To be completely honest, like I'm influenced a lot by movies too.
Yeah, I definitely see
like OD by movies. That's why I try to make my visuals and my music videos very cinematic.
What kind of movies are you?
I love you. That. My favorite fucking director of all time is Rob Zombie, cause his movies are like beyond demented. Like demented to the point is like your mind is getting fucked with a chainsaw. Like that shit is demented, you know. And then like one of the first movies he came out with, fucking House of a Thousand Corpses. That's my favorite movie of all time. That fucking movie is so fucking sick, bro. We have this motherfucker sleeping in a bed. You know, it's a house full of fucking cannibals. Like it's a family of killers. You get what I'm trying to say? One of them is seductive and sexy as fuck, Sherry Moon. You get what I'm trying to say? And then you have the other crazy motherfuckers that, you know, she's sensual in the outdoor you're in, you feel me? And then bring you to the house. And you know, but then like the scariest part of that movie is like the way their mind works, because it's not even the gist of the movie. We've seen so many movies like that. It's how Otis thinks. Like during his speeches, you feel me? Like what he's saying. You know, and how Sherry Moon, like, and then the symbolism in the movies, you know, you got Sherry Moon saying, whatever you want to do, just do it. You get what I'm trying to say? Right. Like that's like little indirectas like that are like symbolism for a lot of shit. Or her, you know, wearing an all white dress.
Drawings for like you can apply that part in your life.
Yeah, exactly. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and then. Yeah, I just love how demented they are. Especially like Lords of Salem, the Devil's Rejects. Like, Devil's Rejects is another one, man. You know, he's not scared to really push the limits of being overly demented, you know? And a lot of movies weren't doing that when he was making shit like that. Yeah. Like, weren't being on some, you know, on some OD psychotic shit, you know? American Psycho is another good fucking movie.
Oh my
God. I love American Psycho. Man. I love that motherfucking movie. Yo. But I'm mostly influenced by like horror movies. Like I love horror movies. Like, you know, like cult horror movies. A lot of cult horror. Black Circle Boys is another really good movie. I love Black Circle Boys. And what else?
There's The Craft.
Of course The Craft. Of course The Craft. But I was trying not to say that movie. Night of the Demons is when I love Night of the Demons. That's another one of my favorite movies. The first Night of the Demons is my favorite specifically when fucking Angela's doing that dance to Bauhaus, to Stigmata Martyr.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit is fucking bad. That shit is fire, bro. Yeah. And she looks hella sexy, bro. Fucking come over here. Fuck about it. Fuck over here.
You hear that, demons?
You hear that? You ready?
You ready?
Play with demons?
Alright, so where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Bro, I see myself touring and playing my music, bro, worldwide, to be completely honest. On a fucking global scale with my music. I want to just be touring and playing my music to thousands of people, bro. And as long as I'm doing that and making money and this Everyday's Halloween brand is up and running and touring, I'm okay for it now. Right. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's my goal within the next few years, you know, to get this Everyday's Halloween as a, you know, bigger exposure, like expose it to the max. You know, as well as myself, you feel me? I want to just keep fucking touring and traveling the world with my music, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, you for sure, like we've created like a movement.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's gonna like the movement we creating already in the Bronx. Like, we're doing something that nobody else in the Bronx is doing right now. So that within itself is gonna create a movement. So I feel like that, yeah, it's gonna we pioneering a movement out here in the X, you know?
Right.
So I feel like that alone is gonna be a huge statement as well.
Do you think part of that is because, like, because I remember when we first talked about it, and part of it is because, like, there's not a lot of venues that are willing
To do that.
to do that, yeah.
Yeah, what about that?
So, like, was that really part, like, is that something that has changed in terms of, like, now that you're doing more shows, and then there's more artists?
I'm not gonna lie, like, the Bronx is still behind. Like, and I love the Bronx, and I'm from the Bronx. I've lived here my whole life. But Clock Goggles just hit the Bronx. Clock Goggles been lit since 2014, 15. Like, Clock Goggles been around from that. Not to sound ignorant about shit, you know? But, like, I feel like, you know, the Bronx is a little bit behind. So it's like the clubs and the venues out here, they don't really give a chance to new wave artists. They're not willing to accept new wave artists or spin that music unless it's already in the mainstream. You think, like, I heard niggas saying that, bro, this nigga saying that this shit was not gonna make it, bro, that this shit was not gonna be the new thing. That who would have thought that you had rappers, mainstream rappers, painting their nails black, doing all of this stuff right now, you know, trying to sound like they get young rock stars, a lot of old heads are tight, but it's like, it's just music, bro. It's music, it's vibrations. Art is art. It should not be limited. It's a form of expression. Expression should not be kept in any kind of box. And that's another reason why I get mad with old heads too, and we have a lot of those in the Bronx. So with that being said, we have a lot of venues that play shit like that, you know? So they're not giving a chance to, like, the new wave artists. We got a lot of venues that still don't know about Lil Peep. You get what I'm trying to say? That still don't know about shit like XXX Tentacion. That, like, you know, you get what I'm trying to say? So it's just like, what's up, bro? Y'all need to get with the times, bro. Y'all need to get with and a new movement is being built in the Bronx. And if they not gonna accept it, we just gonna fucking stomp on niggas' necks and create this shit in the Bronx. That's it. So we renting out the venues, we throwing these shows, we doing this, we starting this shit. You get what I'm trying to say? The real authentic stuff, because some motherfuckers like to say they like some niggas is throwing punk shows but with indie bands. That's not a punk show. That's not a punk show.
Yeah, I mean, I can say, like, for our shows, like, we have, like, the push pits.
We have real pits. We have
people standing up.
Yeah, like for our next show, for example, we're having a band play with alternative rappers. You feel me? GOTH TRAP rappers, you know, alternative rappers. We have mad different type of rappers playing with bands. Yeah. Nobody's doing that in the X, and that's gonna be our next show.
For sure, look out for that shit.
That shit's gonna be crazy. That shit finna be crazy, nigga.
Alright, so I mean, we're about to end of this interview. Like, is there anything like you wanna like share?
Definitely. So I'm gonna be releasing a new music video next month. I'm weird, so I didn't fucking name it yet, but I'm gonna be releasing a new song, and definitely be on the lookout for my shit. Kreature, you can add me on fucking IG, Kreature Goth. Follow me for more music coming out. And I release all my stuff as visuals. Cause like I said, I'm a very cinematic person. So you could be on the lookout for that. And I have shows every single weekend. So definitely add me on IG and I'll keep you posted. You could find me at Kreature Goth on Instagram, at everything. And on YouTube, you could just type in Kreature. You could type in either the song. You could just type in fucking Kreature. Type in Kreature with a K. You know, and you can find me on YouTube.
Lit. Alright, well, there you go. Kreature Goth, or just Kreature. So yeah, this is Everyday's Halloween podcast. You can check us out on Instagram, Everyday's Halloween BX, YouTube, Everyday's Halloween. And yeah, this is it. There you go.
Gang, 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 bitch.
Gang, gang.